It's the Jags and the Panthers, and it comes your way next on EA Sports.
With the winter chill gripping much of the nation, no such worries today here in the Sunshine State and Everbank Stadium in Jacksonville. Today, Week 17 is upon us, and we've got a good one in store here. As it'll be the Carolina Panthers taking on the Jacksonville Jaguars. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn on this final day of 2023, New Year's Eve. Folks are fine-tuning their resolutions. Fitness clubs ready for that January boon. But these two teams have one more important piece of business to take care of before the calendar turns to 2024.
And I'll be one of those.
The final two-week stretch of the 2023 regular season, and we are underway Week 17 here on this New Year's Eve. And look at this, right away a loose football. And they are going to take possession of the football inside the 15 at the 14-yard line. Well, it's hard enough to play on the road in this league as it is, but to start on the road with a fumble on the opening kickoff, just not the precedent you obviously want to set.
Not at all, and now it's just words because they've talked about it all week. From the time they start game planning for this one, remember, going into hostile territory, we have to set the tone right in the beginning, and they do the exact opposite.
Well, the Jaguars are looking at first and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
That's the first time he's called his own number, but he's got to be overjoyed with the results. He wasn't just going to settle for a modest gain. To me, he was determined to come through with a big message to a defense that slept on him in the pocket.
Now Lawrence to throw. He'll buy some time right. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Christian Kirk, touchdown number 18 on the year. And the Jaguars get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point from McManus is good, and it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And Raheem Blackshear now to return it. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. So here are the Panthers set to take over for the first time. And Charles will get a look at the much-heralded rookie Bryce Young, the first overall pick from April's draft.
And I'll bet he's talking to his guys about resisting the temptation to try and turn this into an up-and-down game. Almost like basketball, where both teams press, and one team gets an advantage, the other team's trying to run with them, and they're just not equipped for it. Doesn't matter whether you're equipped or not. Just settle in, get calm before you go for the big strikes.
And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he can even get started. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up second.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Throwing, Young. Short throw underneath to Hurst. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for third down. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try to get some help and try to keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
So on fourth down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. Back deep for Jacksonville, the dangerous Jamal Agnew. It's taken to the 26. A 7-yard return following a punt of 45 yards. And the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10. And the Jacksonville offense on their way out again as we take a look at the playoff race in the AFC. And the division title, that's out of reach. We know that. This is as good a spot, Charles, as they're going to get. That first wild card and the number 5 overall seed.
Partner's not out of the question, especially with the 7 seeds that they have now in the playoffs. If you do win and the other wild card teams win in the first round, you could find yourself in a home game in the divisional round. Now, we know that's not likely, but it's not out of the question. Bottom line, you have to win to put yourself in that position.
On second down, here's Lawrence. Finding ETN here, catching it on the out route. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a first down. Now Lawrence. And he whips that one incomplete there. The Jaguars at 11-4 now on the year. And they coming on a pretty good roll here. Winners of 3 straight.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience.
With a 3rd and 7 ahead. When you look at this defense, they enter this one down in the 26th position in the NFL against the run.
Stopping the run, that's been an issue for them all season long. Aren't you glad that you're not coaching the defense right now?
I'm very glad. They said that they've seen it in doses, but very, very small doses.
Yeah, you've got to be consistent. It's down in and down out. Being able to play it, understand what you have to get done, and finally stop some people, put them on the ground.
So pass interference to call. That's going to set him up with a first down.
And if it's a bang-bang play, maybe the flag stays in the official's pocket, but instead, he definitely impeded the receiver's right to catch the football.
Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
I'd have to say that whenever you see a good post route run, they do not like to let it end without the catch. Hence, that great diving play.
Yeah, lay it up there, let him go get it, and he got it. Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. Christian Kirk, the man he was looking for, but it'll be second down. Lawrence will throw. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And the Panthers are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
And as we've seen, points have been precious so far, and they just threw some away on that snap. And look, let's face it, as we advance further into this game, that play will be on the minds of everyone who's watching it. They wonder if this is the turning point. Is this the spot where those points were given away? It could cost them a ball game.
Well, this defense for the Jags, they were terrific a week ago in that victory over Tampa Bay, Charles.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there, and they came with 3 interceptions in that game.
He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. Well, hang on now. We're going to pause here. We've got an injured player. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Looking to throw, Young. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much. Young's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. They get 6. That'll leave him with 3rd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Young will set to throw. Will find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Panthers first down as he'll be marked down a yard or 2 past the marker following a gain of 6. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it.
And he loses the football a 2nd time. And the Jags grab it. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line.
Well, my friend, this has certainly been a comedy of errors here in the first quarter. Neither side able to really hang on to the ball.
Yeah, now I'm just curious to see which team can adjust because both have made their mistakes, as you said.
Yeah, and whoever can do that can seize firm control of this game, something they haven't done with the ball so far.
Now ETN to start the drive. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Here's Lawrence. Man open, that's Anthony Schwartz. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. ETN up the middle. The numbers on the ground for ETN last week. 9 carries, 134 yards, and the score, too.
One thing I do know, teams in the NFL don't treat this like a pitcher throwing a no-hitter. It's been mentioned.
Second quarter now from Jacksonville, and it's the Jags with the football as they are looking at a 2nd and 5 situation. A shotgun handoff to Mitchell. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave them with a 4th down. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. The field goal unit's going to stay put on the sideline. They're going to go on 4th down here. Going for it, it's Mitchell. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. It's 1st and goal after they rip off a solid chunk of yardage in the ground game on a risky 4th down call. From the gun, it's Lawrence. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop any like that one. 2nd down.
You got to be precise with your throws, especially in this situation. You're inside the 10-yard line going into the end zone. But sometimes the emotion, the excitement, sometimes the decisions just aren't made very well because of that.
On 2nd down, Lawrence. Touchdown! Christian Kirk with his 19th touchdown, his 2nd of the game. And the Jaguars have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. McManus's point after is good. And that'll make the score 14-0. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. Blackshear now on the return. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. Carolina getting set to take the field as we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM, it always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here, and what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Out of the gun, it's Young. And a quick throw here that's complete. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. Now here's Young. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Another good throw there in what has been a strong rookie season to this point, Charles, as he now has surpassed the 3,000-yard mark with that last completion.
And just think, he's been forced to learn on the job here in his first year. Normally, veterans talk about, hey, I've got the answers to the test before the game even begins. But this guy's taking the test.
And now off to the races down the right side. And he'll He'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 44 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Young to throw it to Chenault on the slant. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. Just need a yard here, 2nd and 1. Young to throw it. There's another one complete to Chenault. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard. Now keep in mind, if you're thinking of staying on the ground, this is a top 5 rush defense.
Yeah, but I don't think you shy away totally with the run. At least show them the hint of a run before you decide to throw the football.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And the Panthers are going to be set up with a 1st and goal. He couldn't quite reach the chalk, but they'll have it at the 1-yard line. Now they'll send a tight end in motion left. Young. And that one off the mark behind him. Incomplete.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep him out of the end zone.
And he's going to ball his way in for a Panther score. Miles Sanders, his 7th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Panthers have cut it back within a score. Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And that'll make our score 14-7. The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And he is out of bounds as they'll start past the 30. Christian Kirk and company heading back onto the field. We're in the 2nd quarter. He already has 2 touchdowns. We know how good he is. That's well documented. How do you contain him?
We know he's a nightmare. So in this situation, I would go ahead and double him. Maybe even have a 3rd person in the area and try and dissuade them from throwing him the football. Make someone else beat me for a while because I don't know that their talents are his. Because when he gets his hands on the ball, he breaks down my entire D. Someone else, they may not make the same type of a play.
Well, we know his talents are very good. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 43. Here's Lawrence to throw. This is caught. It's Kirk. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. And they get 17 more on that one and another 1st down. Talk about a big first half. Already has the 2 touchdowns, adding to his receiving total there, picking up the 1st down.
He's coming off the line so fast. I think he's intimidating the defensive backs with his explosiveness, and he's chipping away at their confidence.
Meanwhile, Lawrence's throw into the hands of Kirk. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. He's been a one-man wrecking crew these last couple of plays. This time 18 more and a 1st down.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here. And now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
So 3 plays, already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. Looking to throw, Lawrence. His throw incomplete.
The way he's been slinging in the first half, you expect everything he throws to go for a touchdown, but I guess he's got to wait to try and pick up that 3rd, isn't he?
Yeah, I thought he had him for a second, but you're right, not to be. Throwing again here, it's Lawrence. And he's got it. And they get him down at the 1. He had the broken tackle, but ultimately could not get into the end zone. A touchdown-saving tackle there. Now it's 3rd and goal. Lawrence. Got his man. It's Kirk. Touchdown, Jaguars. Christian Kirk on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Jaguars will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. Now Raheem Blackshear going to take this one out. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. The Panthers going to go back on offense here late in this first half. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range. Young on first down. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
With a rookie quarterback out there, you're definitely going to find out how he handles adversity, because this one so far hasn't gone according to plan. He's got to fight through it and show him what he's made of.
Young to throw again on 2nd and 10. For Marshall, that's complete. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. On 1st and 10, Young. And his throw is incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those 2 elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
And Young's throw there incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. This time they stay on the ground. Well, almost, but not quite. Needed 10 to get 9. 4th down. And the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. On the return, here's Agnew. There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Jaguars. What a run, 79 yards on the punt return. And the Jaguars would extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point from McManus is good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
To throw on 2nd down is Young. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete.
An attempt at a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. And now this throw incomplete. And that is how this first half will come to an end. So we've reached halftime here on... All right, we'll bypass the halftime show in favor of returning to this late season game with the teams coming back from the locker rooms here a bit early. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. From his end zone, here comes Agnew. And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line. And as this offense makes their way back out, it's AFC playoff race time as we give you a look. And you can see they're in 2nd place in the division, but they have clinched postseason football. That's the important thing. They currently have the best record among the wild card contenders. There he goes, left side. Now he's loose up the left sideline. Inside the 20. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. Brutal, so take away the long touchdown.
It's a cruel game sometimes, partner.
They'll start by running the option to the right. He pitches it. And he's going to take this up past the 10 to about the 11. J.C. Horn up to make the tackle.
The way things have gone in this one, the running game's been something of an afterthought, and that's not been too bad for them, has it?
Yeah, the offensive returns have been good, but I guess we figured he in the ground game would be a bit more involved. But second down and 10th there, knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete.
And that could have been the lifeline they needed. This is a play that could have been made. Instead, it's just going to fall incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now Lawrence. He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have the Jaguars first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Timing's crucial in any route thrown, but when you throw an out, so many things are going through the mind of the receiver. Catching the ball, timing it up with the quarterback. Are my feet going to get down inbounds? On that play, all those things going through his head might have caused him to drop it.
Now a pass hauled in downfield. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. So the big play gets him across midfield now for first and 10. But to throw again is Lawrence. Forced out to his left. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
Partner, the good ones have a clock running in their head, okay? Because it says something like this. I've got this many seconds to find a target. After that, I have to tuck it and try and get some yardage on this first down snap. He doesn't just get some yards, though. He gets a big gain, and they'll come right back with another first and 10.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
Open man is Kirk, complete. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. The end result, 21 yards. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
Now Lawrence on first down. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down.
Well, he's proven real effective running the football. No one open, don't force it. Just get what you can, and that's what he's done very well in this game.
Second and goal from inside the 5. Lawrence will throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Christian Kirk. His 21st touchdown of the season. And the Jaguars go coast to coast and finish the drive off with 6 points. McManus's point after is good. And that'll increase their lead to 28. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Panthers offense now, they head back on the field for their first possession of the second half. CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Third down, Young from the gun. And that will be incomplete.
You can tell just by looking at it that this offense is a frustrated unit. Things are really unraveling here, and as a head coach, time to earn your paycheck. You've got to find a way to keep it together as that brings up another 4th down.
Agnew now to return. It'll be a 47-yard punt with a net of 40 following a 7-yard return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Jags and Christian Kirk making their way back out on offense. He's hoping to take what has been a good game here and make it a great game. So far, solid, and we're still in the 3rd quarter.
And there's nothing wrong with solid. You want to be that. You want to be reliable. You want to be a guy that puts your team in a position to have a chance to win. And that's what we're seeing from him. And there's also that added element that maybe it can become a little bit more as this game goes on.
We'll try to make it more here on this drive. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. ETN once more. They'll get this down to the 38.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Now, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
On 2nd down, here's the option. He pitches it out. Fights it off. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 49 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. A lot of running backs, a little bit of a disadvantage when you start talking MVP. Might not be the case this year. You think he's got a shot, don't you?
I do. I think he's got more than a shot. But what he's going to need here down the stretch this late in the season, he needs that big closing game, that game that we're all going to reflect on and go, oh, my goodness, did he put up a number, let's say, 200 plus?
Brings up 2nd and 12.
Lawrence running right on the option. Pitching it out to ETN. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Travis Etienne, 28 yards. And the Jaguars have taken a 5-touchdown lead. Extra point from McManus is good. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. This taken in at the goal line. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14. Now the Panthers offense, they get set to come back onto the field. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
So they will tread backward on the holding penalty.
And I know that they're going to get coached up and they'll get yelled at a little bit, but let's face it, it is hard not to do at the speed and pace that they play.
That throw by Young incomplete.
We've got to give out a little applause on that play. It has to go to the defense. More good work by them. They've taken away the passing lanes all game long, and you can see the frustration that it's causing because he just about threw that one into the first row.
Meanwhile, the throw by Young was knocked away and incomplete.
Down several scores and playing behind the chains is not the way to have success in this one. Right now, if you're the offensive line, your big concern, protecting your quarterback, give him a chance to try and throw something downfield to pick up the needed yardage.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that's incomplete.
Defense blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
They'll get 9 yards on the return there following a punt of 42. And the Jags will have great field position to start this drive as they take over on the short side of the field. Travis Etienne of the Jags offense set to take over again here.
Toby looking to get in the end zone again. Had the touchdown, as you see, last drive on 4 carries. And during the break, we were looking at some of the replays from the previous drive. Really good holes created, great space.
Yeah, I like the observation you had there during that break about, okay, they've got to do something to slow down their runner. So is it bringing in more defensive linemen? Is it dropping in extra linebackers? What are you going to do? Personally, I'm going to take my safety and drop him into the box. I'm going to have at least 7 in there until he shows that he can beat me through the air. Yeah. I've got to slow down the running game.
I was just going to say, you'll take the exposure in the passing game over the top until you can prove that you can stop the running game.
Sometimes you go cold because you haven't thrown it.
Touchdown, Jaguars!
Anthony Schwartz, 30 yards. And the Jags get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead.
McManus's point after is good, and the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And really, Charles, not much of a surprise that they're losing. They just haven't been able to get much of anything going in the pass game. And as you well know, in today's NFL, if the passing game isn't working, usually not much else is working either.
You're exactly right about that, partner. And I know that right now the easy answer would be, hey, let's run the football. But that might not be everything you need. So despite the fact...
Back now in Jacksonville. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. Now a second down throw for Young.
That's over the middle and caught by Mingo.
Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a first down. To throw, Young. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Young's throw pulled in by Marshall.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down. Young.
And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
Young's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. They get 6. That'll leave him with 3rd and 4.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They've become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And Young's throw there incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line. So the drive will continue. After the conversion on 4th, they'll work from the 20 on first down.
Young to throw it. Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete pass that we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game, and that was a big talk both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them holding them under 200 today.
That throw by Young incomplete. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. One back in the backfield. He'll get the carry. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1.
96 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Right back to him on 1st down. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky. They'll run here on 3rd and goal. He's not going to get there. That was close. It was blown out of the backfield. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. The kick by Pinheiro is good. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line.
Christian Kirk and company heading back onto the field. What a game for him, Charles. 4 touchdowns. Heck, for a lot of guys, that's a good season number.
You're exactly right. And let's face it, we have to stand up and applaud this one, even though we're supposed to be neutral, because this doesn't just happen by accident. This isn't 4 times where the defense just falls down or breaks coverage. He's worked awfully hard, changing routes, changing areas, changing angles, and getting open for touchdown.
We knew he'd be part of the game plan in a big way, and it has been in a very big way. The big play to start him out. Has him at the 45 already.
Here's Lawrence to throw. Finding ETN here. Catching it on the out route.
And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it's 2nd down.
And that's a good job there by the corner. And we do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, short tackle.
And Lawrence going to smartly hit the deck here as he is able to pick up the 1st down in the process.
A gain of 18 and a new set of downs.
At this point, this offense feels like they can just roll out anything, and it would work. They are certainly in no hurry for this one to end. Not when they can rack up some stats and continue to add to their lead.
So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Here we go.
From the gun, a give to Mitchell.
Pretty nice, aggressive run there before being brought down just inside of the 30. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Now it looks like he'll throw here. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. And they're going to hurry back to the line now.
1st down, here's Mitchell. And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be 2nd down.
The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their 1st timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
At the 20-yard line.
Lawrence running right on the option.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7.
Looking to throw, Lawrence.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Now McManus to tack on the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So that drive goes 8 plays.
And Evan Ingram able to finish it off with a touchdown reception. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And they're going to start in a hole as he's brought down at the 11th.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Come on, set.
It's Young on first down.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
What we just saw there, that's really been a common theme all afternoon.
A lot of pressure. That forced the errant pass. He's been under duress this entire afternoon. He just had to unload that one. He's fortunate it was just incomplete and not intercepted.
Chuck Clark.
Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on third down. Out of his end zone, Young. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. Everyone's scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down. Here's Johnny Hacker now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he's able to get it out of there. Taking on the midfield logo. 8 yards on the return following a punt of 41. And this offense, they're going to have an excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. Out comes the Jaguar offense now as they get set to take over.
Well, they don't need to score here, that's for sure. They could just kneel it. They've got the huge lead late fourth quarter, but we'll see how they're feeling.
Down the numbers. There he goes.
Still on his feet.
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Now McManus for the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. I'm not sure if they drew that play up to score, but it scored indeed. One play on the ground and into the end zone for 6.
Blackshear now on the return. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
The Panthers offense here, they get ready to head back on the field.
We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter.
And Young's throw there incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense, they're just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. They blanket.
And he cannot get away, and Young will go down. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. Young will set to throw. And too much juice. It'll be out. It's incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
On is the punter, Hecker, as he gets this one away. Now a fair catch signaled for and made right about the 43-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before we hit triple zeros. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And this crowd has certainly liked what they've seen. Their guys down the numbers. There he goes.
Travis Etienne.
And he takes it in for the score.